Viewership for the NHL playoffs is way up this season, and that means there was probably somebody who caught tonight's Washington Capitals New York Rangers game as their first ever hockey game, and for that person, I am sorry. This was one of the most boring hockey games I've seen in a long time. The Washington Capitals just don't have it, and again, I'm never going to count any NHL team out of a series until that final fourth loss. But this was a rough one. They opened up early, actually, with just a goal Shesterkin should not be letting in. He just misses it? I don't know. The Rangers would respond almost immediately, however. Then 2 minutes later, they'd pick the puck up after a blocked OV shot on the PP and score a short-handed goal. Very nice. Speaking of Ovechkin, he was dog shit tonight, but it was easily his best game of the series. He had 4 shots. I wouldn't say he looked alive, but he was like in the process of being reanimated at least. The only thing I really want to talk about for this game, however, was the Rempe hit. Rempe's out there causing problems. Van Riemsdyk is taking the puck behind the net. He passes it off about a second, maybe a second and a half later. Rempe just puts him into the shadow realm. He was given a 2-minute minor for this, and honestly, it does feel to me a bit like Rempe is getting calls already in his career based on reputation. Everyone on the TNT panel thought this was probably a clean hit. I thought maybe a fraction late, but the kind of hit we see all the time in the playoffs. He's just big. Anyway, he'd get the 2-minute minor for it, which fair enough, I think. Unfortunately, Van Riemsdyk would not return. Hate to see a player injured. Later on in the game, Rempe would also get hit into the boards and would knock the glass loose, which was funny. Anyway, another big hit was actually the topic of discussion, and that's going back to the Panarin hit on TJ Oshie. I thought that was clean. Shocker, Rangers homer. The refs actually stopped, reviewed it. They didn't call a penalty for me. As Ray Ferraro said, he went through the body, but whatever. TJ Oshie actually pre-game with TNT, got on the phone with Biz and the boys, and he said he thought it was clean as well. He says he loves that kind of call in playoff hockey, and I agree. Would I be salty if it happened to a Ranger? I mean, yeah, I can admit that. But this has been a huge playoff in terms of hitting. I think we've actually seen offense be pretty locked down generally. Like, I've never seen more games where a team has like 15 shots. Right now, Vancouver, just looking over, has 11 shots on net. There's 3 minutes left. The Rangers won tonight with 22. And I also do want to mention the special teams, just sort of transitioning into my final thoughts on this game and potentially the series if the Rangers can close it out. The Rangers took way too many penalties. This was an undisciplined game. Even if you don't think the Rempe hit should have been penalized, and again, I think 2 is probably fair, they took 7 penalties. Now, the Caps were not executing, but if the Rangers do manage to get through this series and play Carolina, I'm worried not only about their power play, but I feel like they've been playing lazy and even playing down at times to their competition. If they try to do that in the next series, they're going to get smacked, and that's a concern of mine. I've seen the same thing, however, from Carolina fans watching their team play the Islanders. I honestly am not going to predict that the Rangers do sweep this series. The last time they did get a sweep was in 2007 against the Thrashers. I don't remember that, to be completely honest. I'm sure I watched it. I don't remember. Before that, the last sweep was in their Stanley Cup winning year, 1994, against the New York Islanders, also in round 1. But that's all for this video anyway. Lots more hockey tonight. I'm watching, as I'm recording, Vancouver and Nashville. Nashville just scored 2-1. Very excited for the Edmonton-LA game tonight, so I'll see you soon. Brandon's got some coverage too, including some from past days that we missed.